Before Brenda could understand Robert's actions, she was in his car. The car pulled up to Robert's house. Robert got out and walked around to open the door for Brenda.
Let's go in.
The interior design of Robert's house made Brenda feel strange. The whole house felt like a giant girl's bedroom. Everything was colored pink.
This is my sister's place. She's loved pink since the start and has always considered herself the prettiest princess. I want you to meet my sister.
Mr. Zimmer, I have very little to do with you. There is no reason for me to see your sister. Can I go back home now?
You can follow me into this room, or I can carry you in. You choose.
Brenda entered the room and saw a black and white photograph of a beautiful girl around 18 years old with a bright smile. 2 white candles were burning on each side of the picture.
She's my sister.
Brenda's eyes widened. Judging by the girl in the photo and Robert's age, his sister had probably passed away a decade before. She's very beautiful.
Yes. She had a passion for dressing up and looking beautiful.
It's getting late. I want to head home now.
Before you leave, you must bow and greet my sister.
But I've never met your sister. She wouldn't appreciate it if I bowed down and greet her.
No, she will like it. Do it.
This man is unhinged. He thinks his dead sister is a real princess. Robert's strange request had instilled a sense of fear in Brenda. She awkwardly bowed her head to the image of the deceased young woman. Suddenly,
damn, I can see Cameron from the window. That bugger.
When Robert turned around, Brenda had darted outside. Brenda ran outside and noticed Cameron walking in with Luca. Without a second thought, she wrapped her arms tightly around his waist and felt a strong sense of security in his arms. An uneasy silence filled the car as Brenda could sense Cameron's displeasure. I didn't go to Robert's house on purpose. He stopped me in front of the restaurant and had people with him. I felt I had no choice but to get in his car.
I know.
Brenda got the feeling that Cameron was jealous and decided to explain the situation. Actually, we hadn't even done anything before you arrived.
What exactly did you want to do?
That's not what I meant. Please, don't twist my words. But honestly, I feel like Robert is mentally unstable. He brought me to see a shrine of his dead sister.
His sister?
What's wrong? Is there a problem? Cameron suddenly became sullen. He forgot that Robert had a sister. Noticing his silence, Brenda gently pulled his earlobe. Her teasing made his body tense up and he grabbed her fingers.
Stop messing around!
Do you know what happened to his sister? I saw her picture. She seems to have died when she was only 17 or 18. That must have been more than 10 years ago. Why is Robert still...
Curious about him, are you? Luca, stop the car and get out.
Yes, boss. I was just asking casually. I'm not curious about him at all. Brenda decided to stop being defensive and fell into Cameron's embrace. Surprise washed over his face and he kissed her passionately. His arm tightened around her as she wrapped her arms around his neck. She finally reassured him that Robert didn't stand a chance between them. The next day, Luca received a call saying there was a bouquet for Mr. Kent.
What kind of flowers did you say?
Yellow roses.
Just discard them. These women won't stop fangirling over Mr. Kent.
Sure.
Luca!
Yes, Mr. Kent?
Brenda just messaged me saying she has sent a parcel for me. Send it to my office when you receive it.
Luca broke into a cold sweat. She had realized that Miss Strong had sent the flowers. She quickly called back.
Who sent the flowers?
I'm not sure. It only says Miss Strong.
Couldn't you tell me that earlier, you dimwit? Send them up now.
Luca had narrowly avoided sending the flowers back, which could have landed her in Brenda and Cameron's bad books. Soon after, Luca accepted the flowers, counting 99 yellow roses.
What are those for?
These are the flowers your wife sent for you. Would you like me to put them in a vase?
Bring them here.
After accepting the bouquet, Cameron typed a question on his keyboard and discovered that yellow roses sometimes symbolized an apology. He wondered if she was apologizing for what happened yesterday. The image of kissing her last night made him smile.
Brenda, would it be possible to borrow some more money from you?
How much do you need, Ashley?
Could you possibly lend me $10,000?
Brenda grew suspicious. With each loan request, Ashley's amount had been increasing. She remembered that Ashley hadn't paid her back for any of the previous loans. Moreover, Brenda hadn't touched the money Richard gave her. All the money came from her salary account. Ashley noticed Brenda's concern.
My brother got into a fight and injured the other person badly. They are now asking for compensation and threatening to take my brother to court if he doesn't pay. He's my only sibling. My parents depend on him. But don't worry, when I finish in the top 3 of the design competition, I'll get a good bonus and repay all my debts to you then.
All right, I'll transfer the money to you.
Thank you, Bree. I'll definitely pay you back.
Meanwhile, at the hospital, Harry and Martin were talking about Cameron's past returning to haunt him.
Did you hear that she's back? Brennan dares to come back and announce her return on TV. It seems like she wants to send a message to someone.
She has the Riley family behind her. She's in a good position.
So what if she has her family's support? That woman caused Cameron a lot of grief. I won't let her go so easily. If I don't teach her a lesson, I'll be letting him down after all these years of loyalty.
Just make sure not to leave any evidence behind, Martin.
Don't worry. When have I ever made a mistake? She shouldn't have come back.
Brenda was sitting on her chair when she overheard a conversation that triggered something inside of her.
I've heard Brennan Riley will be a judge at our design competition. If she's there, I might get a chance to meet her. The thought of it gives me butterflies.
Feeling jealous and suspecting that Brennan might be Cameron's former girlfriend, she wanted to be as close to Cameron as she could. Brenda texted, asking Cameron if she could go home with him. He called her to his office once she was done with work. As the workday drew close, Brenda stealthily entered Cameron's office, only to find he wasn't there. Instead, she was greeted by Luca.
Mr. Kent is still in a meeting and has asked you to wait here for him.
All right, you can leave me now. Once Luca had left, Brenda sat on the couch and played idly with her phone. When she grew bored, she tossed it aside and spotted Cameron's laptop on his desk. She figured she could use it to play games. She sat in his chair and flipped it open. She was shocked to see a photo of Brennan Riley in a dazzling outfit.
Has Cameron been staring at her before his meeting? He's probably been looking at her all day long. No. Perhaps he just stumbled upon it and clicked onto it out of curiosity. Does he still talk to her? Does he still have feelings for his ex-girlfriend? Oh, gosh. Who are you, Brennan?
Who is Brennan Riley? And what will Brenda do? Will Brenda confront Cameron about his past? Or will she take on Brennan head on?
Hi, Brenda here. Hope you are loving Love Bargain. Keep following us as we release a new episode of Season 1 daily on YouTube. You can jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series by installing the Pocket FM app now. Just click on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here, and to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.